If you're new to Ark, this video is for you. So when you're building your first base, there is one crucial thing that you should not make the mistake of doing, and that is when you're building your walls. Now your walls will always be built from the inside out. So the inside will be the soft end and the outside will be the strong end. Because of that reason, the insides are a lot weaker and easier to break. So you don't want to be kind of silly and build your base where the outsides are facing in and the insides are facing out. Now I've placed all the walls down here for you with the outside and then the inside. Also know that once you do place a wall, you do have a short amount of time, a couple minutes, to actually use your hammer to be able to rotate the wall to its correct orientation. If we hold our hammer and walk up to the wall, you can see here it has a health bar of 250 out of 250. So it is full health. If I use a pickaxe on it here and we test the health, you'll see it will not go down. But if you have the inside version out, you can see we actually take damage there. So from taking no damage to actually taking damage, somebody can rock up with a pickaxe and just mine your wall down. So be very careful with this trick. Make sure when you're building your stuff, you always put the outside of the wall outside. Like this for the stone is the outside of the wall. This is the outside wall. This is what the outside of your base should look like. The inside of your base should look like what's on the right of this. This kind of like soft, subtle, really kind of like flat concrete kind of stone looking kind of effect here. You can see it takes damage from the pickaxe, whereas the outside wall does not. And lastly, looking at the metal version, this is the outside. The outside is supposed to look like it's part of a shack, and the inside is supposed to look like this. This is quite vastly different, so this is very easy to notice. The very confusing one is most likely the stone, because the stone is really hard to tell which is inside and which was out, especially for new players. So make sure that the soft kind of flat like stone effect is on the inside of your base, and that hard stone effect is on the outside, as you can see here. The reason this might get confusing is when you place a wall from standing inside the base, it will always place the outside facing away from you and the inside facing towards you. So if you're building your base from the outside in, for example, if I go to this end over here and I bring up my wall and I want to build it like this is actually going to build the inside facing out and the outside facing in, which is not correct. You should never do this. This is a horrible idea because people will literally eat your base for breakfast. But you can take your hammer, right click onto the wall and then fix it, rotate it, and make it correct. So yeah, you can do this with all the other walls. You do have quite a bit of a time limit for this, so do make sure you do get it within the first few minutes. I'm not sure how long it lasts for until it's like unable to rotate. So make sure you kind of get to this early on. I hope this beginner tip was helpful for you, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thank you so much for watching.